Hi there, namaste, and welcome back to another spiritualistic message from your spirit guides. Today we are going to do a pick a card reading, so please center your energy, close your eyes, take a deep breath, whatever helps you use your intuition, and select one of these three groups, group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3. You are, of course, more than welcome to pick more than one group, but please use your intuition, and I will see you at your reading. I'd also like to welcome you to my Patreon, which is now up and running once again, and I will be uploading a lot more pick-a-card readings and pop-up readings as well there. So, if you'd like to check out my Patreon, you'd like to purchase my book, my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, or just support me in any general way, shape, or form, even check out my free blog, you can go ahead and check out all my links and my website in the description below, as well as my Etsy shop. I also like to wrap crystals and do other little crafts and creative endeavors. So it really helps me keep creating and doing what I love, and hopefully me doing this helps you keep creating and doing what you love. So that's my little spiel. I will see you at your reading, and again, thank you for being here, and namaste. Hey there, Group 1. If you selected the first card, then this is your reading. So your card is Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So you could be channeling messages at this time, or you could be feeling a little bit lost and alone in some area of life. It could be that you are experiencing some sort of spiritual awakening, and you are seeing new heights that those around you have not yet reached. You could be a thought leader, or you could just be the only one in your circle of friends or family or community in your 3D realm that have reached the place where you are right now in your spiritual journey. Now, I do feel called to ask you to check your Venus, Lilith, and that's it. Venus and Lilith placements in your chart. North and South nodes could also be helpful, but that's not the primary focus. I think that you know what your purpose is, but I think that you feel like there is a lot for you to do on your own. Now, I'm noticing that there is an Earth on this card, but it is way out in the distance. You could be grounded at this time, but you definitely feel more comfortable in the spiritual realms. And this isn't in a toxic positivity, everything has to be happy all the time kind of way. It is not evading groundedness by spirituality. Instead, it is your inherent nature is highly spiritual, and perhaps it's quite uncomfortable for you to exist in the grounded plane. Not that you are not already an alchemical master of it, but the fact that it is just difficult, a little more difficult for you than others, because it's not your natural state of being. Now, my golden healer skull wanted to hang out with you today, so this indicates that there is a rebirth in an area of life, and likely you're seeing something from a new perspective, drawing some things to an end and opening up others. There is a very deep and strong healing energy going on within you and the collective, and you are a big part of the healing of the collective. Now, this is one of my master crystals, my master healer. This is really my master healer stone, personally. So when this crystal comes out, it is a big deal for me. So you could look into golden healer. You could also look into Lemurian quartz. Could be helpful for you at this time. I feel inclined to share the message with you that there is something in your life that seems bad. It seems toxic or negative, but it is actually very good and healthy for you at this time. And there is something in your life that is either being perceived as good or comfortable or normal, and it's actually something that needs to go. Now, there's definitely some kind of big change going on in your life here, and this is in order to help you heal on a cellular and spiritual level. Things might make a little less sense when you ground them in the earthly planes, and you will be seeing things shake up quite a bit. But know that you are not alone. You are entirely supported, and with the Star Family, the ILY at the end is really standing out. So there is energy coming through to let you know that they love you. They love you very much, and that they're always here for you. You can always call in for support, and they will be there for you and with you whenever you need. You could have a very strong spiritual connection. You could have very strong spirit guides, angels, ancestors, guardians, spirits, miscellaneous friends in different realms, or just a couple really strong bonds down here in the physical realm. However, I am feeling that this is primarily in higher dimensions than we are currently existing. So know that you are not alone in this mission, but those who are resonating with your energy right now are a little few and far between, for one, and two, they are also dispersed quite a bit in order to make a larger impact over a greater span of space. So know that you're not alone, but also know that while you might feel alone, it's because you have the strength to take on a large portion of the collective, but you are not alone, and these energies are here for you, and I think that they are coming in quite soon. You might be surprised to find an energy that resonates with you in this way, quite close to your surroundings, through something that is unexpected, something that you're likely writing off right now as negative, toxic, unhealthy for you, or something just very confusing. There could be a situation in your life that continues to have hot and cold energy, or continues to be removed and then brought back into your life. Now, this is because I'm seeing a caduceus in my mind's eye. So this is when two energies, this is the healing emblem for one, but this is when two energies, kind of like a DNA strand, they grow together and they come together and they grow apart and they come together and then they get closer at the top until they merge into one. Now, this is definitely helping you heal a certain way, but this is saying that as you grow and as you heal, you are vibrating alongside an energy that is in your soul family, and it will help you feel like you're at home. It will help you feel comfortable, but likely this will be in ways that you don't feel comfortable expressing, or ways that you are still learning how to express, or maybe ways that you have never expressed to others before. Now let's get into the tarot. Lovers and Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. So we're going to take a look at what's going on here. Knight of Pentacles. You're learning how to be stable and happy on your own. You are building a new foundation. Page of Pentacles is popping out a little bit. King of Swords, you're speaking your truth. You're wanting equal give and take in a particular situation. And as long as, these energies are not combined, you are not going to, you're going to have to walk this journey alone for a little bit. But it's only because you're not alone. You're not alone in these realms. And that's what you're realizing. You're content by yourself, because even when you close your eyes, you really never are alone. Unless you'd like to be. Oh, there it is, the Lover's card. So, this does it. Okay. Okay. So first and foremost. Okay, they want me to lay them all out, so. Alright. Queen of Wands, the Chariot, the Fool, and the Lovers. Right? So this indicates... Okay. This indicates that you are learning how to use the spiritual realms in a way that will progress you forward. Likely you felt this like a slingshot, something that made you feel like it was holding you back in a sense, but it was only in order to propel you forward even that much further. You've had faith because you really, I'm hearing hit the ground running, but really it wasn't even that. You, with this slingshot action, it's like you were flying so fast you almost had to just have faith in the momentum, because it was going so fast you had to know it was going to get you somewhere. At the end of the day, where it is going to land you is going to be exactly where you want to be. Now, likely you're already connecting with this energy, as we said earlier, in some kind of higher spiritual realm. There is also a healing taking place cellularly within you, and also in this area of your soul family as well. 7 does have to do with finding balance, especially with the dualistic nature of this card here, particularly with 7, 0, and 6. Okay, so as you are taking the focus off of the earthly realm, off of whether or not you are balanced, off of the relationships in your life, familial, platonic, romantic, all different kinds of relationships, you're kind of taking the focus off of whether or not there are people, energies, or even your soul family in your life. As you become more confident in yourself, you are fixing your routine. But the more that you are pouring the self-love into yourself, the closer it is actually drawing you to resonate with the energy of the place that you wanted to be in the first place, the thing that you needed to let go of. Now, with the Queen of Wands, this is indicating that you are highly aware. You're very awakened. You're very spiritual. And you're very protected, too, with this black cat. You're very aware of other things. And also, I'm being reminded that the way that cats experience the world is very similar to when people trip on acid. So, literally LSD could be significant for you, as well as a Lakeshore Drive, or even just the Beatles. But there's something about the way that you experience the world that is a little bit different than the norm. But instantly, with this recognition here, there's a soul recognition in some way, shape, or form that indicates that the way that you see the world, the way that you have always perceived the world, it is matched. It is matched and then some. I'm hearing, I'll match it and then I'll raise you. So whatever the situation is that has been coming in and out of your life, like this caduceus, yes, it's healing, but it also could seem like a gamble in order to continue letting this into your life. But this is out of your hands because this is something that has to do with your soul path, your soul journey. You've already signed up for this. Now with the Eight of Swords, clarifying the Queen of Wands, okay, they want me to go left to right first. So you have Eight of Swords, Seven of Cups, Three of Swords, and the Nine of Pentacles. So you feel like stressed in a certain area of your life, particularly when it comes to your spirituality, your creativity, your sensuality, finding pleasure in life, and maybe experiencing other realms and being open about it. Okay, a big thing that's coming up here, Queen of Wands, Eight of Swords, is you're in your head quite a bit about your spirituality and expressing this creatively. Now, there could be some truths that you have that you don't feel comfortable sharing with just anybody. And Seven of Cups, you have a lot of, you could share with a lot of people. And when you open up this gateway of spirituality, it really tends to take whoever you're speaking with like 10 steps up a level. And you want somebody who can match your energy. And while there are a lot of people around you, there's really only, there are very few energies that you find actually resonate with you and can meet you at eye level. Now, it seems that everybody feels like you meet them at eye level because you are raising their vibration, but you are actually getting your energy drained, and you, for once, want somebody else to pick you up instead of the other way around. This seems like it's been a wound that you've needed to heal with Three of Swords, underneath a Fool particularly, and you've kind of just needed to let go and let God, trust that you have yourself, you always have, you always will, and at the end of the day, as long as you know that you can trust yourself, as long as you know that you have your own back, 69, Cancer energy, as well as the Chariot, the card of Cancer, as long as you can make your own happy home, as long as you can be grounded in your own energy, be comfortable and confident, and make the decision to be on your own, to complete a cycle, and know that you have this wisdom, this knowledge, you're going to be good, essentially. And this is a lesson that you've learned, likely in a more difficult way. I'm being called to notice the okay, no, just kidding. They want me to look at the numbers here. So, 8, 7, 3, 9. Okay, so there are some things that are shared. Okay, mirrored energy here. 8 is scorpionic, but 8 in air, this is kind of like a very, like a scorpionic and Libra kind of this, I want to say cusp, but we know cusps aren't really a thing. This scorpionic Libra kind of energy. So this, and 7 is the card of Libra as well. So 8, 7 is kind of indicating that you are releasing energy, but you're kind of releasing the need to have all the answers, even though you do have all the answers. It's not that you're releasing the need to make it known that you have all the answers. And it's not that you want the recognition. It's that you feel like you're carrying a burden alone. You could quite literally feel like an alien. You could feel like a fish out of water, feel like the black sheep of your family in some way, shape, or form, or even just of your friend group, maybe even on the planet. Because let's be real here. Let's look at the star family. Let's see what's going on. And then Earth is way out here. And look at all of these incarnated souls that are elsewhere. You could very literally feel like you are not from here. You could resonate with being a starseed. There's a truck passing by. Okay. So, oh, okay. This. 7 of Cups. Oh, 77. Okay. Divine intervention, divine timing, and 3 and 9. Okay, not yet. I want to point something out here. Now, bear with me. I don't know if you are into stoichiometry at all, group 1. But notice how there is like a gas or clouds or air, whatever, a gaseous substance coming out from underneath these cups. Now, there is a how do I say that? There's a principle in stoichiometry that says that gas or gaseous material, i.e., like our consciousness, right? That could be prana, that could be air, gaseous material. Whenever it is gaseous material in the same size of space with the same temperature and pressure will always have the same number of particles. or molecules, regardless of what substance it is. So there is a different substance, but regardless of which substance it is, there will only be, it will match what is pressurized the same, in the same temperature, and in the same condition, in the same size of space. So there is likely something that is very similar to you, but I feel called to mention the fact that, oh, never mind, they don't want me to go there, okay. And there's a number 6, too. We have 6, 6, 0, 7, 7, 14. Do we have a 2? No. Okay. Never mind. I believe it's 6, 6.02214, 10 to the, 23rd? Drop it in the comments. I believe it's Avogadro's constant. Yeah. If you can help me out there, I would really appreciate you popping it in the comments. But essentially what this is saying is that there is another energy that has been prepped in the same exact condition that you have. And likely you are able to recognize this right away. Now, the temperature needs to be just right. The condition needs to be just right. But the amount of pressure that has been applied is exactly the same. And I can see here that you've been under a lot of pressure for a very long time. You've been holding all of this energy with nothing to meet you right where you're at. And this is kind of where it comes from a particle and turns into a molecule, right? So this is very, like, literally, this is cellular healing. But this is also, this is like when you take 2 hydrogen atoms and you put them together and it makes water, creating something new, creating a new substance. But with the Fool and 3 of Swords, it indicates that you needed to know that you were okay on your own. You needed to be like, yes, okay, I am, period. I am, period. And be okay with your particles. Put everything together, be okay under the pressure. And diamonds form under pressure, pearls form under pressure, things like this. When they are, when things are pressurized, they can pop, they can explode, but they can also create something new that's beautiful. And you needed to do this on your own. I'm also hearing Diamonds Aren't Forever by Bring Me the Horizon. Yeah. So that could be relevant as well. As well as Pieces by Sum 41. I don't know. Maybe there are messages for you in either one of those songs. But we have, again, the 3 of Swords with the 9 of Pentacles. Now, 3 indicates an energy of the past. Swords indicates your mental state as well as your communication. So this is your thought, your speech. And the Fool, this is the card of Aries as well. So this does indicate, oh, with this little, I want to say amethyst, but I'm actually feeling charoite or lepidolite for you could be significant, or they could be very helpful for you at this time. Charoite is a little bit stronger, it's similar to amethyst. It's like in between amethyst and lepidolite, except amethyst kind of can draw karma towards you sometimes, and lepidolite is very, very soft, literally. So charoite is a little bit stronger. It helps with that anxiety. It helps you just let go and have faith, and it's very soothing, opens up that crown chakra, and it doesn't magnetize anything towards you like amethyst does. With the 3 of Swords, yeah, you really don't want to be drawn in anything else, because it already seems like you are a magnet. Like moths to a flame, things are drawing themselves towards you. And number 3 indicates the past. In alchemy, we have 3, 6, and 9. Damn, group 1, you're fine. But that's not the point. The point is that 3 indicates the past, 6 is the present moment, and 9 is the future. 6 is also the card of unconditional love. 9 is travel, futuristic thinking, as well as higher learning, 444 on the timer. So you are learning that, there's past and the future that are in a blueprint laying over the present moment. And really, the only thing that is going to happen in the future is exactly what your thought process is. So you are realizing that as you control your pressure, you realize that you control your environment, and you realize that you control your temperature. As far as, are you hot? Are you cold? Are you earth, air, wind, fire? Do you remember? Sorry. As you balance the elements within you, as you notice with these elements, are you feeling hot today? Are you feeling cold today? Are you taking cold showers? Are you taking hot showers? How does your solar plexus feel? Are you fired up? How is your digestive system going? Things like this. As you pay more attention to your body and the physical sensations that are within the particle of your being, so to speak, you're realizing that you control your environment. You control what is within you, right? And if you have a set environment, a set contained environment, like we do, our physical vessel, our body here, you are actually able to manifest through this. And stay with me when I say manifest, because this is about selecting the selecting the actual particles that come together to make your being. So as you release energies from the past, as you heal some deep wounds, because you don't get this spiritual by just showing up and putting a smile on your face, that's for sure. You're letting go. I'm seeing 0, 0, 0. Yeah, it's like point blank period, like time out, everything is over. Oh, and I saw 626, which is the number for experiment 626. That's Stitch. So that could be significant too. Or, yeah, Lilo and Stitch could be a great movie. I love that. Go ahead and look for messages in that movie too. You could feel like, you could feel like you're trying to be a dog, but you really feel like you're a little 6-armed alien. And again, you could resonate with Starseed, or, you could be blue, da-ba-dee-da-ba-da. 6 and 9 here indicate that you have a choice to be alone with yourself, be alone with your wisdom, be alone with your guides, or make something of it. Now, it seems like you have a pretty good foundation here. It seems like you're pretty comfortable materially, but that's not what you really want. What you really want is to release this burden of being alone. But this star family is coming in for you. It's coming towards you. And the more that you work on yourself, the more that you heal, and the less that you need or desire that molecular structure, the combination of two things, the more you are able to actually release this energy. We have 773, which is 17, which is an 8, which is infinity. It's eternal. It's material abundance. It's physical inheritance. It is it's shadow work, but it's the precipice. It's infinite, right? So the less that you feel the need to resonate with anything, the more you will heal, and the more you will actually draw in what does resonate with you. And the more that you are searching for something, the more your energy is open to magnetizing things that are external to your set environment, to your set vibration. And because your vibration is so high, because you're so aware, because you're so spiritual, because every single time an energy comes near you, it just, you go, oh yeah, the light, it's that way. Oh yeah, ascension, it's that way. Oh yeah, awakening, here you go. It's like every word that you say, it's just like pop goes the weasel up in here. So I can really tell Chutes and Ladders is coming out too. That could be significant. Or you could just really feel like it's Chutes and Ladders, and you're looking at a board game, and everybody else is confused. They're rolling the dice, trying to climb the ladders. They don't really know what's going on. And you've played a million times. You're seeing it from an aerial perspective, and you already read the guidebook a million times. But it's because you have this higher perspective, because you're able to see things from an external perspective. Now, Sagittarius energy is coming up a bit. We do have her tattoo here, and we also have 9 of Pentacles. So these are both Sagittarian energies, which indicate a sense of personal freedom. And this comes from within. As long as you feel that there is a void that needs to be filled, you will always feel like there is a void that needs to be filled. However, the void is exactly it. There's nothing to be filled there, because from acceptance of the void is when fiery plasma. It's when fiery plasma essentially is primordial chaos, and that is the spark of creation. It's the spark of fire, of life, of consciousness. It is the Big Bang, right? This really got like I don't know. This really got like spiritually tangible, this reading. Anyway, so with the Fool, I'm hearing, what is that Christina Aguilera song? She's like, I'm just a fool. Oh, that was horrible. Anyway, I'm not here to sing. I'm here to read tarot cards. So Christina Aguilera is amazing, and sometimes you could feel like you're a fool because you keep having faith in situations when you feel guided to. So you keep feeling called towards this you keep feeling called towards a particular situation, and as soon as you go towards this particular situation, you leave it, and then you go back towards it, and then you leave it, and then you go back towards it. This is the caduceus. But at the end of the day, when these are snakes traditionally in symbology, when these two snakes meet up at the very end, at the top of the DNA strand, it is a snake. And then this is a Kundalini awakening, right? And then from the Kundalini awakening, it ascends and becomes eternal. We see the Ouroboros, which is a snake eating its own tail. And then from there we have what? We have the infinite. We have the infinity. And then we're back at square one, right? This is karma. This is the cycle of life. This is this is the holy science, essentially. So you're realizing that the only thing that's really in your way now is your mind state and the way that you're treating yourself mentally and verbally. And you might have a lot of options when it comes to friends, when it comes to family, when it comes to love. And you're able to see things quite clearly. But it really seems like he's a guy. This is straight up, he's a dude wearing a hat. He's got a couple bracelets on. He's having a good day. But what does he have to choose from? He has to choose from a river or a snake or a ladder or a bat or a cup or a red cup or another cup or another cup. None of these are people. Literally none of these are people. This could very well be a situation where you are, maybe you're a starseed, or maybe you are, I don't know, whatever. There's something very unique about you that just doesn't resonate with literally anything you've ever come into contact with before. And for some reason, it was always meant to be this way. Now, they want me to look at the numbers again. We have Queen, which you are. Bless. So you have Queen 706. Okay, 7068739. Okay, so you are moving forward full speed ahead towards some kind of relationship. Not romantic. I mean, could be, but this is spiritual. That's not a thing. I mean, whatever. It's your life. We're talking about vibration here. So there's some kind of connection with something or someone else. Now 7 is opposite of 1, which you did not get, but you got the Queen. So Queen is like an ascension past 1. This is the mastery of the feminine energy of yourself, and Wands is also innately a feminine energy. So you have mastered the feminine energy of yourself, the spiritual side, the top 3 chakras. Since you have done this, now you're stepping into this Cancerian, which is also feminine, but it is of the like lower a little bit because it's number 4 typically, but here you have a 7. So you are going to have an opportunity to create some kind of new structure that is going to be permanent by moving full speed ahead with faith alone towards your self, towards your deepest desires, towards your most authentic version of yourself. Notice this flower of life here. Everything is laid out in a particular blueprint, which you are able to see, but notice that you have your back turned. You have your back turned because you're wearing a yellow dress, and you're wearing a yellow dress because you finally just learned how to be confident in yourself. And what do you have in your receiving hand is you have a crystal. You are trying to be so precise about your vibration so that you can be so confident in yourself. Notice, what is this on her necklace? Is this a snake or is this a mala? Oh my goodness, I've literally never noticed this before. There is something about the way that you present yourself that is a little bit different. And this will be a sign for you, whatever this is. Maybe you wear your hair a little bit different, maybe you dress a little bit different, maybe you do your makeup a little bit different, maybe you wear crystals a little bit different, I don't know. But whatever this is, this will be some kind of sign for you when you see someone or something that resonates in the same way. But you're not looking for that anymore. Once you stop looking for that and you just fall into the blueprint of life, right, the seed of life, you realize that is this a flower or is this a Taurus that you can see only from a 2D perspective? A Taurus is, well, not the zodiac sign, although we do have an indication of material abundance, but we'll get to that later. You are actually noticing the connectivity of everything from a higher perspective. But when you have the seed of life, you then have the flower of life. When you have the flower of life, you then have the Taurus, like this tunnel shape, and that is the being, and you open it up and you expand your being, and then the channel becomes you, and all you can really see of that is just this point. You just see the point. And so you're having faith that you're going to dive and you're going to land into the right spot because you are now in your own energy fully and authentically, and that's really what it takes. Now, as you're stepping into this energy of, I will say, divine communion with yourself, as well as making a large decision here about accepting your spiritual truth, accepting the spiritual nature of your divine being, essentially. this will cause your physical being to retaliate, but in a positive way. You're going to notice that you feel more authentic. You feel more, these two, well, from the top up, they seem nude, they seem naked. I'm hearing the song New by Clara Luciani. That could be significant to you as well. I'm sorry, my, yeah, anyway. So the song New, essentially she's like, look at me, I'm nude. I took off my makeup, I took off, like the blush off my cheeks and everything, and just like, I'm here naked in front of you, like authentic. And so there's a part of your soul truth, probably this part of you that you feel doesn't resonate with anything or anyone else. As soon as you feel like, you know, fuck 'em, who needs them? As soon as you're feeling like, you can just wear this part of yourself on your sleeve entirely authentically, that is when you will finally find the energy that resonates with you in this way, because likely there will be a similar or opposite path that has brought this caduceus energy back towards you. Now, with the 8 of Swords, 7 of Cups, 3 of Swords, 9 of Pentacles, we have, let's see, getting to the bottom of mental anguish and making a decision to go full speed ahead in towards exactly what scares you, towards exactly what hurts you. Because what happened is, while she was too busy crying and screaming over this broken heart, it was getting stitched up. And not only was it getting stitched up, but there was this big, beautiful ancient tree that was here way before her heartbreak and will be there way after her heartbreak. And I'd like to pay attention. I'd like you to pay attention to these 3 little birds. So every little thing is going to be all right. Bob Marley is the best. Also, and then number 9, yeah, finding your personal freedom, finding comfort, higher learning. Now, this can also indicate going back to school, educating yourself on a particular topic, and she kind of looks like she's in an apothecary here. So if you're interested in learning like herbology, or going to school for like Chinese medicine or Ayurveda, or something that is very tangible and might have to do with natural healing modalities or something like this, this is a sign or synchronicity telling you that you should really go ahead and do it. Also, stoichiometry was coming up like a lot. So if you're getting into chemistry, or you really just want to learn about particles, that this is a great opportunity to do this. And I'm not going to say that these don't look like little atoms, because I mean, they do, but they don't. But I mean, we're drawing straws here. So I'm gonna pull from my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck. You can get this on my Etsy shop. The link is in the description box. What I really want for you guys is to pull some clarity for this, because this star family that you maybe you felt it, you smelled it, you knew from a past life or something that this was here. You just knew that there was some kind of, you're like, I can't be the only weirdo that's out here in some way, shape, or form. You knew it was like not possible. If you build it, they'll come. Field of dreams, right? That's what we're always taught, you know. If you put it out there, whatever it is, there will be somebody that finds it and somebody that resonates with it. There might be a million no's, but you'll still get that one yes at the very, very least. You know, and you could get 200,000 yeses. You know, you never really know. And this is letting you know that this star family is here. Oh, intellectual air. Look at this. Look at this. So, look at all these painful swords, air cards here. Painful. 8 of Swords. Ouch. The Fool. F it. 3 of Swords. Ouch, right? And you have air, but intellectual air. Purifying the heart and the confidence. What did I say? So, the air element. Again, your thoughts. Clearing your thoughts. Allowing them to be positive. Allowing them to come from a space of love and confidence, but self-love, self-gratitude, and confidence, and sense of self. Knowing that you know what you know, knowing that you are who you are, and allowing that to be okay, and loving yourself for that anyway, wearing it on your sleeve, and speaking it. Air is communicative. Air is speech, right? It is also thoughts, so we're being nice to ourselves in the way that we speak, and the words that we use, because they're very specific. It's very important which words you use, because our words are spells, they are prayers, they are manifestations. And I'm hearing, we got the Jazz by Tribe Called Quest, which is a bop first and foremost, if nothing else. But I'm hearing, my aura is positive, I don't promote no junk. And I really feel like that's you, Group 1. And maybe you just look around everywhere and you're like, your aura is not positive, and you definitely promote junk, and what is going on? Or how are you not aware of this? Or maybe you've done a lot of shadow work. 8 of Swords, 8. Okay, 8's coming out a lot too. Scorpionic energy, that literally is shadow work. It is releasing things that do not serve you, and pain. Scorpio is pain, like inherently, but it's the ability to transcend pain. It is the yin yang. It is the infinity symbol, which is light and dark, the dualistic nature, the fact that light doesn't exist without dark, and that in order to approach light at all, you have to acknowledge dark and just fully embrace it. And you've done this. You've done all of this, and you speak about it openly. And this is something that you're learning how to love about yourself, and you're wearing it on your sleeve. You're being unapologetically yourself. And that's exactly what you've been called to do. Now you have archangels and numerology. So, quickly, back to Avogadro's constant. I believe 6.023, no, it's 6.02214. I remember this because it's the number of the archangels. 6, okay, it's the day after my birthday. Too much information about me. So it's the day after my birthday, and 14, which is an angelic number, and then 10 to the 23rd, which is what it is, divine change through the physical realm. Boom. Okay, so we have 6, which is the present moment and unconditional love, right? 22, which is coming into union in a physical, tangible way, as well as activation. 11 is realization, 22 is activation, 33 is mastery, 44 is guidance and teacher, right? So we have in the present moment, okay, archangels and numerology. See, this is math helps. It's 22:22 on the recording time. Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. So in the present moment, number 6, 0, you are clearing out. 22, anything that is preventing you from activating yourself entirely. 1-4, you have been guided to do this in a way that you are creating a new version of yourself. You are coming into your own sense of self in a beautiful, perfect way that will stay for comfort, home, stagnation, but in like a positive way. Happy. Times 10, because exponential, right? To the 23rd, creating change in the Taurus, Gemini, in the realm, in the material realm, and the way that you present and speak yourself. And this will bring what? 9 of Pentacles, material abundance. Ooh, and guess what? We got all that from stoichiometry. And the numbers come out in your reading. So, healing the inner child. Oh, I just love that for you. Okay, so there's definitely an energy of absolutely, you're healing your inner child. Yeah, because you felt lost and alone for like such a long time. You know, I can totally tell from here. And as you learn to speak your truth, you're kind of like, well, this is exactly what I was taught doesn't exist. This is exactly what I was taught not to do. This is exactly what you were taught. All of the parts of yourself that you are now breaching open, as you go look at your inner child, you look at your history, you look at your family, you look at your physical, tangible bloodline. Probably you see so many people who are just like you, or so many people who have the same feelings or hunches or gifts or something, and they just gaslight the heck out of themselves about it. But you, because your soul is in your body of your bloodline, here it is. You're healing your inner child, and you're part of a team of souls you're calling in support. So, yes, you carried this burden. Yes, you carried it alone. Yes, you were probably gaslit as a child about whatever this is that you're doing, and you're opening up your heart to yourself and to them, and you are guided. And numerology is just a bop, and I'm seeing ology. So whatever this is, it's astrology, it's biology, it's kinesiology, physiology, psychology, philosophy. That one's not an ology, but the study. You have studied, you know your stuff. And that in and of itself, you tangibly know your stuff. And when you go and you speak about these spiritual concepts, you know, it's not just, I lit a candle and I saw my great grandpa. You're like, you know your stuff. You know your stuff. If you are practicing any kind of craft, you know what's going on, and you can back it up with facts. And it's undebatable at this point. The Holy Science. Oh, which is a phenomenal book. I'm going to, I have it right here because I'm such a nerd. I literally am reading 12 books right now. Or actually, this. Swami Sri Yukteswar. This was one of the gurus of Paramahansa Yogananda. They shared Lahiri Mahayasa together as their guru. Swami Sri Yukteswar, if you're interested in learning about the ways that astrology, spiritualism, and different religious texts, as well as physical actual science like physics and chemistry, and also how the way that they match with the stories in the Bible, as well as in the Bhagavad Gita, as well as with just spiritual concepts like astrology and tarot and all of this, I highly recommend that you read that book. I 10 out of 10, 12 out of 10, actually, read it. That was a little bit of a tangent, but I felt really called to say that. Golden healer. Look at all this golden light. This golden light. This is just seeping through. It's seeping out of you. You could even literally have a golden aura. There's something very special about you. And golden crystal light healing is divine, right? This is when people first learn Reiki, or they first do like a little meditation practice and they try to healing light, not just, not light, not crystal healing light, not Reiki, but actual healing. Like the color of healing is gold and sparkly, and it is so yummy. And that's exactly what this golden healer is coming out to say. And that is what she's holding. That is what you are holding in the palm of your hand. And you are lit up with your ancestors, your angels, your spirits, your guides, all of these support that's all around you. Even when you close your eyes and you realize that you're not alone. And that is exactly what gave you the confidence to keep going when you were a child. That's exactly what gave you the confidence to keep going as you were tangibly learning the physics, the science behind everything that you were experiencing, because you were trying to gaslight yourself, and it was so undeniable that you needed to go learn about it. Everything. And you being stuck in your head about this, you showing yourself, telling yourself that you're tied and bound because that's just the way that things are. Well, guess what? Things are exactly the way that you want them to be. Apply pressure, more or less. Change the temperature. Change the environment. See what you get. That's what you get when you let your heart win. Ha ha ha, Paramore. So, okay, they don't want me to pull your advice yet. There's a message from the Three of Swords. What is it? Something about the past. Screaming, singing, Paramore. Emo music? Oh, okay. Back with the words. Be cautious with the... Please be cautious with the music that you are singing. Please be cautious with the music that you are listening to. The words. For example, that's what you get by Paramore. Objectively a bop. It just is. But if you are in your car, if you're having a great day and you are sitting in your car and all of a sudden you hear "I'm Not Okay" by My Chemical Romance, and you turn that shit up and you scream it, guess how you're going to feel when you're done? Not okay. Because you know what just happened? You raised the temperature in your environment and increased the pressure. So then what happened? The particles changed their value. They changed the resonance of their vibration, right? So please be careful with the music, the words. This is such a big message that they really wanted me to call out, because I was going to pull some advice and they were like, swords. Watch your swords, please. In the past, maybe you didn't. Maybe you, they say swearing opens up the throat chakra. Also, swearing can be icky. It kind of depends on your mentality about it too, because swords, air energy, is also mental. But be cautious with what your words are doing to your mind. And I'm not here to tell you swear. I'm not here to tell you don't swear. I'm not here to tell you don't listen to the music that you like and don't sing along to it. I'm telling you to pay attention. Pay attention to what's coming out of your mouth. Pay attention to what your habits are. Pay attention to what your music, your go-to is. Because it affects you more than you think. And if you are raising your vibration and you're clearing out all of these things, you want to take the pressure off, right? You want the temperature to be nice and a nice little homeostasis, right? And if you keep pressurizing yourself, it's hard to come to homeostasis in your physical body, in your mind, your body, your spirit, your subtle body, your subtle energy body, and your bliss body, your everything, your body, everything. So it's very, very important. Watch your words. Watch your words at this point. But it's like they want you to be more open, more carefree about expressing who you are and what you want and what your soul truth is, which is the scary part. And they want you to be more picky about what's coming out of your mouth when it comes to your expression, orange, red, your creative expression, and yourself, like your security, your stability. If you're saying stuff all the time, like, what's an example? If you're saying stuff all the time, like, I don't know, but you do know, or you're putting yourself down in any way, shape, or form, not just these words will imprint on your mind. If you're thinking it will come out of your mouth. So just kind of watch the pressure and watch the temperature. Anger, frustration, these things are hot. And what happens with hot and pressure? It goes, right? Pop. So we don't want that. What we do want is a nice, want a nice, like, energy of balanced homeostasis, and we want to raise the vibration. And space is like what? It's like cold and dense, right? Or is it dense? It's a void, that's for sure. Again, if it's amazing, I can with the stoichiometry, but then I don't know the inherent nature of space, so that lets me know I got some studying to do too. But we're all on a journey, you know. Speak your truth. It will resonate. It will resonate with those who are meant for it to resonate with. That's essentially the point. So don't be afraid. I'm pulling your advice here, please. Angel spirits and guides of group number 1. Can I? Whoop! You're not for everyone. Oh, look at that. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. What did I say about checking out your north node in your chart? Please. What was it? Your Venus. Your what was the other one? Venus. Okay, Venus, Lilith, and check out your nodes. Check out your north node. Your Lilith energy will show you where you have a tendency to go dark in like a kind of sadistic way. Dark in like the way that you kind of like it though. So maybe you have some aspects of your Lilith with your north node, or check that out. Also, I'm feeling you could be going through a Saturn return, or watch the way that Saturn is aspecting your chart, because there's an energy of releasing restriction. So Saturn could be coming out of something in your chart, or Jupiter could be hitting it, which is exploding something. So kind of, you know, keep an eye out where the transits, see what's really going on. Intellectual air, you know, check out your Mercury placement, not just your Mercury placement, check out the transits that are aspecting your Mercury transits. This isn't about, I mean, astrology, yeah, it helps you get to know yourself, but look, it's not telling you who and what you are, right? It's telling you what energies you're working with right now, because you are not the energies that are going on. If you can be aware of the energies that are going on, then you transcend it above it, because you see it from an outside perspective, kind of like we were talking about earlier with the Fool card. So, you're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Yes. Shout out to Uranian energy. So check out Uranus also in your chart. Empathic starseed. Absorbing what's not yours. I don't feel like I really need to explain that one, but lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Oh, have you, group 1? Star brothers and star family. Horus energy, protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. Okay. If you have an Eye of Ra, or you have an Eye of Horus, like a little necklace or ring or something, put it on. It will just let your little ethereal family know that you are thinking of them, and they will be thinking of you too, and you can ask for protection and loyalty and safety and trust, and they will have your back. And I want to go back to what I said earlier about trusting yourself, to just trusting yourself no matter what, and trusting the universe, because you can trust the universe or God or your soul family or whatever, honestly, whatever. You can trust outside of yourself as much as you can trust inside yourself, just as much as you can love outside of yourself, only as much as you can love inside yourself. And I'd like to point out the fact, kind of over this entire reading, people can only get to know you as much as they've gotten to know yourself, and you really, really know yourself. You really, really know yourself. Look at Earth all the way out here. Like, oh yeah, oh right, I have feet, I have hands and little fingers. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support here. You will call in these energies that know themselves just like you do. It's not for you to teach other people who they are, where they come from, what's going on with them. You might be able to see it plain as day, but at the end of the day, if someone's running themselves into a wall and they like it that way, and they don't have the maturity or awareness or desire to unstick themselves, it is not your job. It really isn't. And I know that you know this, but as empathic, absorbing what's not yours, that can hurt. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is be aware of something and just turn away, walk the other direction. Notice she's looking into a mirror and there's nothing back here. So this actually is a portal. Okay, so mirrors are portals, right? Look at yourself in the eyes, say your affirmations. Also, you could have some past life versions of yourself, future life versions of yourself, or even just this star family part of your team of souls, or star brothers coming through to send you messages. So mirrors are a great modality for that. Please do not have your mirror facing your bed. I don't think I should have to say that. Please don't have your mirror facing your bed, literally ever. If you do, put a something that is black, like a black sheet or something over it, because that will cover it, right? So please, well, that will absorb the energy, and then white will reflect. So keep that in mind. You know, use your tangibility here. Do not. Why do I keep feeling the need to say this? Do not have a mirror facing your bed. That is that is against feng shui. We don't go against wind and water. That's literally bad thoughts, bad feelings, literally what it means. And do not have two mirrors facing each other unless you are intentionally trying to create a gateway. Mirrors are already portals. This is strong. So go ahead and look at yourself in the mirror and set an intention when you do so. Make sure that you smile with your eyebrows, smile with your liver, and smile with your mouth. Okay. And then be really, really nice to yourself and call in support. Don't absorb what's not yours. And you can always ask for help if you feel like you are or you're kind of not sure. And soul memories and gifts. Again, you've done this before. And look, it looks like you're going to be journeying. Or if you haven't already, you have a little bit of a road ahead of you. And maybe your inner child was experiencing some things that we talked about, like familial and self-gaslighting earlier. So if you find yourself caught in any of these energies, know that that is an imprint that you are healing. Look at this. We have Atlantis, we have Lemuria, we have Mintaka, and we have Inner Earth. So any of those things could be kind of fun and dandy to look into. And this also kind of looks like ancient Greece, which normally doesn't come out. Could be the Pantheon, ancient Rome, Hellenistic astrology, good old Western astro. All right. You don't need to get too funky with it, but this is another indication. Go look at the transits. Look at your chart. Look at the transits. Please go look at the transits and don't use AstroSeek. Woo! I mean, you can use AstroSeek, but you look at the chart, okay? Don't read what it's telling you about it, because it will say you are this and you are that and this is happening to you, and you're gonna read it and you're gonna go, I don't know if I believe in astrology. No, use your intuition. Use your intuition, because there are so many different things. Because Uranus means a million things. 11 means a million things. Okay, Aquarius means a million things, and you are empathic. You are energetically attuned. You are aware. You can look at something and know exactly what it means, even if you don't know what it means, because you can pick up on the energy and you can dish it out. You can dice it up, slice it up, dice it up, see what's going on. Your aura's positive. You don't promote no junk, right? Anyway, this tribe is on a quest. I'm so sorry, I had to. Anyway, there's a lot going on within and around you. It's okay. It's meant to be that way. You are perfect. And the weirder that you are, the Uranus energy, the more that you are weird, the more that you are creative, the more that you are expressive, and lean into your individuality, because that is the one thing that you have that everybody else doesn't. And that is exactly what everybody's told not to do, because that's the thing that keeps them asleep, right? But you don't buy into that for a single second. You really don't. So don't do that to yourself, because you don't do it in front of other people. You are the last demon in your little box. And when you look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to see a beautiful little angel, or maybe like a weird, funky alien. You know, I don't know you. I don't know your story. Drop it in the comments. You know, we like to learn and have some fun over here. My bearded dragon just like shot me your little funky look. So I don't know. I really hope that this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation today. I wanted to show you this real quick. This is a fire opal. It is a red fire opal. Red opal is very, very rare, and this is a fire opal, which is the only one of the very few things that the earth creates out of both fire and water. That is both of the elements together, and usually they cancel each other out in some way, shape, or form, or they cannot coexist together. However, this does. So either get yourself a piece of it, or just vibe along with it by remembering its energy, or something like that. Yeah, opal could be significant, but not just opal, it's fire opal. So also flamingos could be significant, because this is my flamingo feather. I got it off of a flamingo one time when I was like 5, and I've had it ever since, and I sometimes comb it, keep it real nice and pretty. So I don't know why that would be significant for you, but you know, maybe it is. So I hope that this helped shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, Group 1. I love you so much, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your incarnation in this realm, day, week, month, year, and exploration through your soul, because get it. Look up Avogadro's constant and kind of check out maybe like stoichiometry if you need a little bit of like tangibility behind your experience. You know, physics, it's there. Chemistry, it's there. Physiology, it's there. There's really, it's there. Really, it's there. That's all I'm going to say. And then that book was The Holy Science by Swami Sri Yukteswar. So please check it out. I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Check out my Patreon. And if you really liked this Follow Your Heart Oracle deck that I made, this little one, you can find it in the description box below. So thank you again, and namaste. Bye. Hey there. If you selected the second group, then this is your reading. You selected this beautiful blue flame card from the Starseed Oracle deck. This has to do with spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So, first and foremost, I feel called to say if you resonate with the term starseed, then you could have a spontaneous awakening that has recently happened to you or will in the near future. With activation, you are definitely activating some chakras that perhaps you were not recently in tune with. You could be elevating the vibration of your chakras, taking some of them to the next vibratory plane, or you could be tuning in with other chakras that you were not capable of experiencing in the physical realms before. Now, with integration time, this does let me know that there is some kind of cellular healing or some kind of change physically going on with your DNA. Things first take place in the energetic plane, in the vibratory level, and then they will seep through into your 3D reality. So you will start noticing first a change in your energy, then a change in your thoughts, a change in your emotions, as well as a change in your physical body. Now, as this happens, you will be coming closer to Source, coming closer to Ananda, bliss, as you tune into your bliss body. But as you also integrate, activate, and spontaneously awaken, you will come in contact with this blue flame. Now, blue flame does have to do with Archangel Michael, which can have to do with healing and removal of obstacles as well. Shout out to Ganesh as well. So, blue flame does indicate very strong starseed energy, and there is definitely a portal going on here. With this doorway, it seems that there is perhaps a light at the end of the tunnel type of energy going on for you, and you are being asked to hold on to those very last bits of faith and hope that you have in order to step through this tunnel and fully activate and awaken your whole being. Now, I'm seeing Uranus as well, which is the planet of higher education and learning, as well as humanitarian efforts. So you could be coming more in close contact with your soul's purpose, your soul mission, as well as this. The color of Uranus is actually blue, and unlike Piscean Neptunian energy, which is is in the subliminal realms, it is more subconscious. Uranus is bringing the subconscious to conscious light. So this will have to do with higher learning, as well as actually absorbing information that is coming from either other planes or other parts of your being that you have not held onto in a while, such as past lives or dimensions that are further than the third, which is our physical body, or the fourth, which is our experience of time-space, as well as our thought processes. So, that being said, let's take a look into your tarot cards. Oh, right away. Okay. So, there is definitely an energy of you are vibrating at a place where you are now resonating with new entities. This can be people. This can be a new place. This can be angels, spirits, and guides. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's a new beginning, and you're going to see an energy from your past a little bit differently. You're going to be more committed towards speaking your truth in some way, shape, or form. Now, as this feminine energy comes up, you might feel a bit abrupt. Okay, it wants to be here. So you might feel an abrupt change in your energy as you are resonating and vibrating with a new opportunity. Now, something is coming your way, and it's asking you to keep doing what it is that you're doing, but stay still at the same time. So this is saying do not make any major changes to your life at this time. However, continue cleaning up what's going on. So this has to do primarily with your daily routine and your emotional body, as well as some inner child healing going on here. We have 66, which is the number of unconditional love, and the Lover's cards, which indicates that you will have a choice coming up in the near future. However, the answer will be obvious. If any point in your life this was not previously obvious to you, it will be made known. So there is some kind of obstacle or something that was, please give me the right words, please. There was something that was disguising itself as a blockage when instead it was a choice. It was not an obstacle. It was actually something that was meant to be in your life. And 15 is 6. We do have 666 here. Okay, so there is an energy of divine intervention, creation of love, and also contact with other entities. So you could be experiencing an awakening in mediumship abilities. You could be seeing more ghosts. You could have people, places, and things coming to you asking for help with seances. You could have literally ghosts coming to you asking for help. You could also be experiencing demonic entities or helping people with this. Now, normally I don't go straight to the demons with the 666 thing, because it is also the number of unconditional love, because 6 3 times is 3 of 6 is creating love and a new daily routine. So this is actually looking to your past and actually rearranging past energy into the present moment. And this likely, in a lot of ways, has to do with fear, which is why it's so easily accessible for some kind of demonic entities and sometimes things that are connected with devilish energy to come here. But through this realm. But with spontaneous awakening and activation, I can tell that your vibration is high enough that you are not only seeing light and dark, but you are ascended past that dichotomy, past that dualistic aspect of nature. Therefore, you are asked to be, there's going to be some quick movement going on. There is something that's moving very slow and something that's moving very fast at the same time. This is meant to trigger you and almost put you in a place of like pressure, but loving pressure, like triangulation, so that when you see the past, you do not see temptation, you see loyalty. So that when you think about commitment, when you think about higher evolution of consciousness, you do not see a man sitting alone. You see an entire being that is together. So this could have to do with a connection with another person, place, or thing, or this could just have to do with remembering your soul's journey and your path, remembering who you are. There is a strong energy of remembering your soul's origin. So this could be that you are literally tapping into past lives. You could be connecting with someone or something that you once knew in a past life, and you're actually getting the story, or you're speaking your truth about it. I'm seeing this bird. I'm hearing fly like an eagle. So, and eagles fly the highest out of any other bird. So it could be that maybe your vibration has not allowed you to necessarily make superficial connections recently or for a while. And maybe you've been tempted to go back into superficial relationships in some way, shape, or form. This could be platonic friendships or lowering your vibration in order to match that of other people, even those who are relatively considered high vibration. Now, with the devilish energy, I'm noticing this dispersion of hair here, which is indicating that something about your path is kind of getting, like, this energy of what you've already been through and what you know and what you've experienced has been dispersed. So there are little molecules and little bits and pieces that have been kind of consciously separated, so that when the puzzle pieces all come together, you are able to recognize it as what it is, instead of dispersing it like this. You thought that you had control over a particular situation, but trying to control something was leaving you feeling a bit stressed out. What I can see here is that this was divine intervention, and you are learning to surrender to something greater than you, because you are now in tune with, I'm hearing a different collective consciousness. What's coming to mind here, particularly with this blue flame, is the Arcturian collective, but there are several others, such as the Hathors, the Lyrans, the Mantids, the Pleiadians, but the blue flame is typically resonating with Archangel Michael as well as the Arcturian collective. So you could be resonating with these at this time, or you could be getting message signs, synchronicities from either old friends from other realms of existence, or even just like them coming through as spirit guides, sending you little signs and synchronicities. So we do have we have 6, 5, and then we have 6, 5, 1, 5, 6. So this is kind of indicating that there's energy that is mirrored in some way, shape, or form, but the past drawing you to be okay on your own. And because of this self-realization, the one in the middle, it's allowing you to cause changes in your daily routine. Now, this daily, on the flip side, the same way but backwards, your daily routine is has allowed you to take place in some inner child healing, which has allowed you to see yourself differently, which is allowing you to make the changes in your life necessary to find emotional fulfillment through the past in some way, shape, or form. You have recently received a very important piece of knowledge, or you will very soon, and you are asked to be pragmatic about what you do with this information. However, there's some kind of connection still going on here, since there's a dualistic nature to this card, and there's a little Merkaba here, which can indicate soul travel, journeying, like through meditation or things like journeying to other planes, as well as telepathic communication. I'm noticing the arrow on her arm and the air here, which does indicate that there is, 6 Virgo, but also there's a bit of Gemini energy here, because it's air and communication is coming through strongly with the Queen of Swords, and then Sagittarian energy with Jupiter here, which indicates that there will be a quick expansion of this energy as soon as you transmute what has been recently seen as what has recently been seen as either, they want me to say demonic, which is not my go-to, but demonic, or tempting, or something negative. But this is actually a part of your soul path, and the more that you remember, the more that you are okay being weird, being on your own, being weird, being committed to your own unique weirdness and proud of who you are. Leo energy is kind of coming through this Hierophant card, even though that's not the traditional ruler of the Hierophant, but number 5. This Queen of Swords, the more you speak your truth and the more that you kind of care less what other people think, the more you're going to stand out. And this is not necessarily about trying to make a spectacle of yourself, because with the Page of Pentacles, you're absolutely not trying to do that, and you're not guided to do that. You're not meant to speak your truth to everything and everyone, but when you do and where you do, you speak it boldly, you speak it proudly, and you speak it with conviction. And this is the difference, because this conviction is allowing this devil energy, the actual negative aspects of this energy, to be released, cut out of your life, be transmuted into an energy from the past. Now, they want me to look at it this way. Okay, so first of all, this is the same symbol that is on his chest. So this does have to do with spirit communication, and I feel called to let you know that it might be helpful for you to check out Buckland's book of spirit communication. It is Buckland, right? Let me take a quick little sneaky peek. Yep, Buckland. Okay, Buckland's book of spirit communication can be very helpful for you. I also do have a blog post on the different types of divination, and I did use that as one of my 4 resources for that blog post. So I would, however, recommend taking a look at that, because it's very, very precisely tuned towards communicating with spirits. Now, this can be, I'm getting very, very much like a, earthbound energy kind of way, and this could be part of your mission that you have not yet awoken to, or something that you've experienced and not yet shared with many people. I do feel inclined to tell you that if there's someone or something in your life and you can't quite place why or where they're in your life, but you have been seeing an entity around them or a loved one, a passed on ancestor, something like this, you should be letting them know. Don't care about really how you feel about it. Just tell them. Don't worry about the response, because at the end of the day, if you're experiencing something, it is for a reason, and experiences are valid, and that is pretty much it. So, the social conditioning that has been consciously put on the collective about these things is different than, it's been consciously used through this devil energy in order to take the fear from the 666 number, like the creation of a new present, a creation of a new routine, creation of a new earth, essentially, and keep it stuck in the past, which is where the 3 with the 6 comes into play. But as you transmute the 3, the energy of the past and the energy of the creation, into the 6, the daily routine, then it becomes the number of unconditional love, the number of gratitude, which is the same as the number of the demons. So see how that works out. So you might expect fear, you might feel fear, but have faith over fear. Explain this to this person, place, or thing, your friend, your client, whatever this is, and let them know that yes, you are experiencing a different plane of existence. You are confident enough to speak your truth. You are experiencing these things, and you know that there is some kind of reason that your souls have crossed paths in a certain way, shape, or time. I'm seeing someone sewing, and I'm also seeing a puzzle piece going together. So this is letting me know that there are some pieces of the puzzle that you have needed, or there are some things you have needed to sew together. And you will be putting puzzle pieces together for others, because you have done the physical work in order to do this. With spontaneous awakening activation, it could be a large part of your purpose to go around turning people's lights on, so to speak. As you do this, you are likely going to be the one that stands out a little bit. And I'm now just noticing this little kind of violet entity behind this blue entity. So you yourself could be guided. You could be actually seeing entities around other people, and entities can mean anything from good to bad to neither of those exist. And there are some that are around you that are watching you. And I have a feeling that maybe you have some kind of force field or barrier around yourself, so that they can only get so close. I'm hearing so close no matter how far. So, and nothing else matters. So your work is highly in the spirit. Sorry about that. Your work is spiritually very, very strong in the spiritual realm. But if you are here helping out other people, you need to be doing this for yourself. I can tell that you are very good about helping others in the spiritual realms, particularly as it comes to channeling messages from their loved ones in different places. However, there's an energy of you needing to sit down a little bit more and do this for yourself. There's definitely a strong entity that's trying to come through this reading, because my camera just bugged out literally 5 times and turned on a whole bunch of things on my phone that I did not turn on, and literally tweaked. So there is definitely an energy here that's trying to get your attention very strongly. So if you have some kind of force field or barrier up in your energy, please let this energy in. It will help you. It wants to take some of the burden off of your shoulders, and it might immediately seem, for some reason, there's a fear associated with this energy, but this also has to do with a past life wound, and it is safe to let this in, and I'm hearing it is safe to love. You might know this entity very personally, whether it be in this life or another one. Now, to take a look at some clarity for you, we're going to use my Follow Your Heart Oracle, which you can find on my Etsy shop, and I personally love this one. Oh, okay. I love this one because I kind of put some of those less common things up in here. We got some star seeds and okay, they don't want me to take that. We have Ascended Master coming out. So that's who's trying to come through for you, 111 on the recording time. Creating a new version of yourself, realization, higher learning, and, oh, not a flyer. Take from the bottom. You got it, sir. Oh, why did I say sir? There we go. Okay. Ascended Master, divine detour, and removal of obstacles. What did we say about a divine detour? Okay, so I have a feeling that you might be an Ascended Master, or this could be an Ascended Master, or maybe both. Either way, you know this entity personally, and you've been through a divine detour in order to trigger this past life memory of yours. This was heavily having to do with your transmutation of energy from darkness to light. This could be a particular skill that you have with the devil coming out, these two colors, and the Hierophant specifically. We do have removal of obstacles, so elephants could be significant to you, as well as Ganesh, which is the second time he's coming out in this reading, or they are coming out in this reading, excuse me. And this is in order to help you feel more confident in your heart space. I think that you're a very loving person, but you needed to transmute some energies that were still stuck in there that maybe you had a difficult time communicating, which is interesting because I'm noticing the progression from blue to green, bringing this energy from your throat down your channeled message. And it happened again. So I'd like to look at the progression of colors. As you bring throat energy down to your heart, you cleanse this energy through your heart center, equal giving and receiving, and unconditional love and gratitude. You are now drawing this energy down to your solar plexus as you have more confidence in your message, more confidence in what you're speaking. This energy is coming through very, very strongly to say that some things in your daily routine are about to be rearranged. It may not make perfect, clear sense to you right away, but it will over time. And this is for your safety, I'm hearing, and this is because you don't have the full picture right now. You might have access to the full picture, but your rational brain will try to get in the way because of what you've been conditioned to believe up until this particular point. So obstacles are being removed, and you need to listen to your intuition before it makes sense. I'm getting very strongly that this is a primarily masculine, strong energy that's coming through right now for you, which is indicating that while all energies are masculine and feminine, this is coming through to help you with your base 3 chakras, right? So it's interesting. It's actually trying to draw this energy down into your solar plexus, which will help you with your creativity as well as your stability, comfortability, and abundance. But primarily we're focusing on harnessing this fire energy in your solar plexus chakra, and you will hear what to do next. This will be on you, and you will get these messages. So go ahead and let that energy in. It is safe. Before we head into the extended, I'm going to take a look at some advice for you from the Starseed Oracles. Since my phone keeps, bugging, we got the jazz. Okay. I'm hearing they want me to take all of them, which is way more than I was going to take. This is a buttload of cards, but here we go. We have loosen your grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. Okay. There's something that has found you, and there's an energy that found you, and it manifested as addiction. But I think that you have replaced this energy with God. Now, God meaning source, God meaning whatever you want it to mean. Coping mechanisms. Look at what you are consuming and when you are consuming it and why. It is your inclination to consume at a particular thing or consume during a particular emotional, physical, or mental response. So take a look at this response, find the energy attached to it, and I have a feeling that this will have to do with this energy as well as the past life thing that's coming up. So there's a big emphasis on watching what you consume at this time. Big picture thinking, Pleiades energy. Here's the Pleiadians coming through. Visionary inspired ideas. So make sure that you are, this looks like the star card. Make sure that you are wishing upon a star, doing your manifestations. If you are manifesting things, they are hearing you. You don't have the whole entire picture right now. As you get a bigger picture and you try to manifest things, if things are on point, your manifestations are very, very powerful and they will happen in a blink of an eye. So don't be afraid to do a little bit of timeline shifting, but also I'm hearing make sure that you ground yourself in the timeline that you wish to stay in. It's very easy to lose the big picture and kind of shift on accident, right? By manifesting things. You have the void. Stop, embrace winter, great cosmic womb. Okay, so there's a part of you that is birthing itself into existence. And again, here's this coming over these 3 times 6 energy here, which is kind of indicating that there seems to be an energy of lack around you physically, but this is so that you are being pressed to space, the energy of space, Akash, Ananda, etc. So where it looks like there is space, what happens? There is pressure from fiery plasma, and then it turns into consciousness. That is how the universe was created, literally. So through the void, there is a big bang. So you are actually in a very fertile and abundant period right now. So while it might not look like it, continue doing what you're doing. Slow and steady wins the race, and try to keep your eye on the prize with the big picture thinking. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. This will be your, I'm hearing your Midas touch gold right now. So you have forge, don't follow. Yeah. Fuck the haters. I don't know why I felt inclined to say that. We have pave a new path, be the leader you wish you had. That's very significant. And also with this forge, don't follow, I'm kind of seeing, I'm seeing New Earth. I'm seeing Lemuria here. So you could be tuning into Lemuria at this time, or it could be trying to reach you. Also Inner Earth and the, okay, never mind. So Lemuria is coming through very, very strongly, so you might want to check that out. And it's related to New Earth in some kind of way, and you will be part of what helps cause this cosmic integration in some way, shape, or form. So go ahead and tune into the cosmos, but try to see the color in the void. Try to breathe life where there is. Go out into nature, particularly something that has grown naturally, not like astroturf or something like this. Go out into nature, like in the middle of nowhere, and try to find a waterfall. I'm also hearing don't go chasing waterfalls, so that could be significant as well. Also, Destiny Child is just a bop, so there we go. You have Messenger. Put it on top of big picture. You got it, sir. You have Sirius energy coming through. A lot of starseed energy coming through. You are highly connected with the spatial realms, so bringing harmony and balance. Share your message at this time. This is reminding me of Christ here, and there's a little Caduceus here. So you could be accessing your Christ consciousness at this time. This is a particular realm. Also with the archangels coming through recently, you could be studying theology or be inclined to study theology at this time. This will help you get a bigger picture of the actual consciousness of the entity that is trying to come through for you, and help you kind of direct your own instead of, I'm hearing false prophet as well, because you don't want to turn into a false prophet. You don't want to encourage other people to follow false prophets, but we're all on a consciousness expanding journey. And if you look like an alien, you look like an alien. That's pretty much what it is. I'm getting that you have some with Sirius here, you have Sirius and Pleiades. You have some information that everybody doesn't have that has been channeled directly to you. When it's time to share, you will share. When it's not, keep it to yourself. But as you expand, as you grow, people will be able to unconsciously pick it up, and their subconscious will collect these messages, and they will start to understand on their own. So it's not necessarily your words. It's more so your vibration. So continue raising your vibration and continue being unapologetic and loud is what I'm hearing. Next card, all paths lead home. Oh, this is my favorite card in this deck, honestly, because sometimes with the void here, all paths lead home. And this is kind of reminding me of Stonehenge or other monoliths. You could be looking into the mound builders at this time. I would highly recommend doing that. Oh, mound builders plus Lemuria is kind of coming through. That's very strong. That's, yeah, that's a very intense energy. I would recommend reading the book, what is it called? Submerged Atlantis Restored. Okay, yeah, just that one. That will be very helpful for you. Notice how she's going around in this meditation garden here. So there's definitely an energy of going round and round and round, but while it seems like she's going in circles, she is really finding the center point. No matter which way you go, you're going to end up reaching the same point, so you might as well take the easiest way out. Notice that she's perfectly aware that she's going in circles here, and there are 2 moons here. So there are planets with multiple moons. I recommend you look into them. Uranus being one, and that came out in your reading. So I would go ahead and look at particularly Uranian energy at this time. And I keep hearing Hathors. So check into your Venusian energy, see Venus in your chart, try to connect with the Hathor collective. That will help you a lot, particularly as it pertains to this new Earth Lemurian energy that's trying to come through for you very strongly. You have double mission, Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. Yeah, maybe you're like a Starseed helper as a little bit less than like a human person helper. Although you are a human person, we are probably, I mean, you could be a dog watching this YouTube video. I don't know your consciousness, but Lightworker Starseed, yeah, there's an energy of transmutation that was coming through. We got literally like a good portion of the collectives that are coming through here. So you could have a very, very strong connection to source as well as other collective consciousnesses. So be the leader that you wish you had, particularly in this realm. So serve the world by being you. That is the best gift you can give at this time. This big star, this is really screaming Arcturus to me. So go ahead and look up at the Boots constellation in the night sky, say hello to Arcturus, and go ahead and do a little meditation. They really want you to look at the physical star for some reason. I'm getting, maybe you could be scrying through clouds, through stars by looking up at the night sky. You're being, they want you to scry by using nature. This is a very strong energy that's coming through. So scry using nature. This will be leaves, this will be plants, flowers, stars, things like this. Nature has messages that nature has a different perspective of the messages that you will receive internally. So get those internal messages, get those external messages, and they will come from nature, and that's how you know they will be pure and untouched. Okay, and then finally you have Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, seed the light by staying grounded. Yeah, you got that Ascended Master card. Where is it? Ascended Master along with Cosmic Ancestor. So I have a feeling that yeah, this ain't your first rodeo doing whatever mission it is you're doing. I don't know where you're from, what you're doing, but it ain't your first rodeo doing the thing. So seed the light by staying grounded. Make sure that you are putting in the tactical work to ground your messages at this time. It's very important that you're keeping your physical vessel very healthy and very strong, because while your physical vessel is strengthening, it will allow your spirit, your consciousness to expand more. But as you expand your spirit, it can kind of make you light as a feather, stiff as a board, right? So you want to make sure that you're staying grounded, take care of your physical vessel, eat a little bit better, drink a little more water, and exercise. You're being asked to create more physical strength in your body, to create more physical strength in your spirit, because you're going to change what energy is dense, since we do live in a dense realm, and you do have the ability to select which energies are densely packed in your vessel, just not the fact that it is densely packed. So go ahead and strengthen your vessel and really be careful what you consume, because this is going to help you to become the strongest version of your being, and you will slowly and surely get rid of all of those little particles that do not serve you and the collective consciousnesses that you are helping out at this time. Wow, I'm really glad that we did this reading for you, Group 2. This was not going where I expected it to go, but that's super amazing, because we love collective minds that are helping other collective minds, you know? Sometimes it gets a little boring checking out our own here. So, I love you so much. I'm going to hop into the extended for this reading. You can find it on Patreon. Link will be in the description. If you like my Follow Your Heart Oracle, you can find it on my Etsy shop, but that's literally not the point. The point is all paths lead home, and keep doing what you're doing. Don't be afraid to shine, Starseed, because let's be honest, you got a lot going on here, and there's a lot on your plate. There are energies that are trying to come through and help you, so do not allow your fear of connecting with other energies or entities to, because of the way that they look, okay? Okay. Because of your, narrative, past life experience, or something like this. There's an energy that's trying to come through, but it's wearing scary face. It's wearing scary face for a reason. Go ahead and let it in. It is your friend. It knows you very well. You know it very well. When you tap into this, it will be your friend. It will not be scary. Okay, so message numero uno. And message number 2, yeah, just keep shining and know that everyone's not going to get it, you know, and those who get it are going to help you, period. And everybody doesn't need to get it, because that's literally why you're here. Someday, you know, maybe, probably, hopefully. Well, it already happened, because time, space, fourth dimension, relativity, all is an illusion. Anyway, I love you so much, Starkeeper. Keep doing your thing. I hope that this helps shed love, light, and clarity on your situation, and have a great rest of your incarnation, I guess. Namaste. Hi there, Group 3. If you selected this beautiful star bathing card, then this is your reading. So, to start off, this star bathing card, light body, crystal grid, transmission, and activation. So the first thing I'm picking up is that you are integrating your higher self, your light body, the basis of your soul, with your physical self. You are becoming more and more aware of the essence of your being, and this could be drawing you more in tune with some of your past lives and the truest essence of yourself, perhaps even your soul's origin. Now, with Crystal Grid, you could be working with crystals a lot more at this time, or you're encouraged to do so. There could be a particular crystal or two that are calling out to you, and I do have a dumortierite on my desk here that's kind of staring at me, and it kind of wanted to be part of your reading. So if you are into crystals, dumortierite would be a great one, as well as black tourmaline is also kind of looking me in the eye here. So these could be crystals that are important for you at this time, or helpful. Dumortierite does help you do past and future life work, and it also helps you connect with your intuition, as well as journeying meditations. With transmission and activation here, this is saying that not only are you activating different parts of yourself, but you are actually transmitting this to others. So you are so immersed in the higher essence of your own being that it's actually transferring onto others. You could be one that is going around turning on other people's lights without even realizing it, or maybe you are. That could be part of your soul journey. Either way, you are to others what crystals are to you in some way, shape, or form. You are perhaps in some way, shape, or form, you are a spirit guide to people in this realm. You have a healing energy. There is something about you that you are so immersed in your higher self. You are so connected to the universe, to the stars, perhaps to your ancestors, to something divine and ethereal. And it is just written all over your face. It is all over your aura. And at this point, you are so activated that just the fact that you are activated, coming in touch with your energy activates others, whether or not you're even realizing it. I have a feeling that you do have an idea that this is happening, but I think it's happening a lot more than you even realize at this time. I'm also called to these colors here. You could be doing a lot of heart healing when it comes to your higher heart chakra, having to do with unconditional love and gratitude as it relates to connecting with the higher realms. And particularly, I am seeing a bit of kind of this looks a little bit like the Pleiades, and it also looks a little bit like Scorpio. So there are some things that are coming to light right now. You could be learning some occult information or some ancient knowledge that's been within your DNA. You are unlocking some things within your DNA that you can really only get by going within and doing the work. So, there is one more thing. Okay, with these colors, yes. So you are ascending, you are connecting to the divine realms and also the higher realms. 7th dimension is standing out really strongly to me. You could have some kind of connection with Arcturus, or you could just be looking up at the sky, see the Boots constellation, and think, wow, that's a beautiful one today. I wonder why it's looking at me like that. In some way, shape, or form, you are connecting with your past lives, and this does have to do with your soul star chakra, which is the color pink. So this being, in touch with this orange color a little bit here is saying that, perhaps your root and sacral chakras, you've been working on them a little bit, and the fact that you have been ascending these two base chakras have been allowing you to actually access some past lives of yours, as well as connecting with other dimensions that are higher and past your physical being. Because notice that at the very bottom of this card, there's purple, which is the color of the crown chakra. So you are basically floating on top of the crown chakra. So above the crown of your head, there's a lot of activation. So you've been called to likely ascend some of these lower chakras of your being. Very interesting. With bathing, very literally, you could be called to take baths at this time. Salt baths could be significant, as well as the ocean or bodies of water. As it could be helpful for you to do some past life regression or therapies similar to this in bodies of water, or it could just help you clear your aura a little bit extra at this time. Clear that energy if you are empathic, highly sensitive, or you resonate with starseed, or you are highly activated in any way, shape, or form. That card wanted to come out. It was justice. Okay. Yeah, so bathing a little more at this time will be beneficial for your aura. Okay. I'm hearing do not take all of them. Take the ones on the right. Okay, you got it. You got it, dude. You have the Page of Pentacles and the Two of Swords upright. Okay, do not take reversals, I'm hearing, so I will follow. You have the Eight of Pentacles. And you have the Emperor. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. So, you are starting along a new path, a new part of your journey here. And likely, you have been following your intuition down a road that you perhaps couldn't see exactly where it was going, and you've been called to learn as you go. But because of this, you are now standing in an authoritative position, whether or not you realize it. It seems to be that you have made a decision to stand in your truth, and perhaps you were having experiences that made little to no sense to you until you started experiencing them, and then you learned what was going on. So instead of, for example, reading the Tantras, for example, and learning that there are cities, these yogic superpowers, for example, and then trying to achieve them, it seems that you have stumbled your way into them just by following your natural path, slow and steady, authentic and grounded. Now, this was always fated for you, and I noticed there are 2 crows instead of 3. 3 crows indicates fate, or the fates. Also the triple moon goddess. So you've been diving into your feminine energy, your divine feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy, and we do have masculinity very strongly represented here as well. So, as you've been working on these base 2 chakras, your root and sacral chakras, it seems that your divine feminine energy is now ready to fly. But there is a part of your soul's path, your soul's mission, your fate, your destiny that you are awakening to at this point. Now, you have made the decision to balance everything out and accept this path, this journey, but you are aware that you will need to continue learning as you go. There's a truck outside, please pardon the beeping noise. With the Page of Pentacles, Eight of Pentacles, and the Emperor, I can see here that you are actually very, very grounded. And I'm actually seeing the word roi at the end of Emperor, which is king in French. I know that's not literally what it says, but it's what my clairvoyance was showing me. So you're actually very grounded at this time, which is why it's very important that you are learning this tactical approach to what it is you're experiencing here. And this pentagram on this pentacle here is really standing out to me, as well as the lunar phases. You could be studying astrology, you could be studying candle magic or rituals, writing letters, or automatic writing. A lot of channeling messages at this time are coming through you. Okay, so you could be automatic writing, you could be keeping a dream journal. If not, it is recommended that you do so. With astrology here, I am looking at the word Kabbalistic on one of the on one of my tarot decks. And so this is letting me know that looking at astrology from a Kabbalistic perspective can help you to gain more understanding. There's also a structure of the constellations that fits the Kabbalah separately from the astrological planets. So this can also help you to gain some more understanding as far as the densities of the dimensions and what fits where, if you're looking at this as a collective consciousness perspective. So if you are trying to connect with Lyra, for example, or if you're trying to connect with Arcturus, you can see which density is where, and you can actually align this up with your astrological chart in the Kabbalah, in the Kabbalistic astrology, and you'll be able to actually see what effects are on you from which densities. So it's actually a form of spiritual astrology that you can use from a higher perspective. Before I look at these numbers, I'd like to come back to light body. I'm really feeling light body in general. You could be literally losing some weight. You could be losing some color in your skin as well. You could be really literally getting lighter in your body in any different way. As you connect with your light body, I'm feeling like this floaty, like light as a feather kind of energy. So make sure that you are taking care of your body at this time. The more that you ascend and the higher that your energy gets, the less and less your physical body feels like it needs to be taken care of. So make sure that you are doing your due diligence in the grounded realms. I see that you are very practical, very tactical. You are learning, you're studying, and you are applying. And I see that when it comes to whatever it is you're working on, you are absolutely in a position of authority, and you are a thought leader. This is an energy that you feel quite comfortable with, and people look to you through an energy of trust because they know that you know what you're talking about, particularly when it comes to occultism and financial matters. Now, 2 and 8 coming out, this is very indicative to Taurus, financial matters. With swords, you could be overthinking your financial situation at this time, and 8 does also have to do with inheritance. So there could be some kind of, I'm hearing there's like a money bag you're sitting on top of, and you are still learning how to use it. You're trying to get all your ducks in a row. But 2 and 8, numerologically, this comes to a 10, which is Saturn, Capricorn, 10th house, right? So this is also the energy of work, also restriction. So there's an energy where you've been restricting yourself because you've been in your head too much about how much you know, what you learn. It's kind of this energy of good enough, like leave well enough alone. You know enough already to be successful at what you're doing. But if you are staying in your mind about this, it's preventing you from taking steps forward. Now, the Emperor is often a very, it's, how do I say this? Stubborn. It's a very stubborn energy. And this isn't to say that your personality is stubborn. It is the card of Aries. It's saying that you either move impulsively and assuredly, or you do not move at all. You wait patiently for your move. But you are waiting until you are knowledgeable or ascended enough or awakened enough, or you're waiting for a particular milestone. But I'm hearing that you passed this milestone quite a while ago. However, if you continue keeping a milestone-based perspective towards whatever you're doing, you will continue to always look forward and forget to look back and appreciate how far you've come. Separately, it will hold you back because you're moving a little slower than you need to, because your energy right now is slow, precise, and cautious, very tangible, very grounded. And here, I can see that this has to do a lot with your work, a lot with your money, a lot with some very tangible situation in your life, likely career or business. which is very interesting because this star bathing card is so spiritual. You could be a healer, you could do Reiki, you could also read tarot, things like this. With transmission activation, you are so activated that you could be forgetting to take care of your body. It's almost dissolving into the ether. So make sure that you're taking a little bit extra care of your body at this time, and look at your situation again from a different perspective. Look at your situation from a more impulsive and emotional perspective to help bring this energy into balance. It will help you unlock maybe some financial restraints that have been going on. Also, try to be a little less strict with yourself when it comes to your mind, your words, your thought patterns, as well as your study, your learning. I have a feeling this is the energy of somebody who is studying really, really hard and knows how to apply it, but is very, very practical. This is like pulling 3 all-nighters in a row for a chemistry exam, and then they show up to the exam and it's 3 multiple choice questions, and it was the first thing that they learned. Very, very easy, very simple, and they didn't need to do all that cramming. That's definitely the type of energy that's coming out here. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Wands, absolutely indicative of a spiritual awakening. Now, you could be tuning into, with this feminine energy and the sacral chakra here, you are tuning into perhaps your dark feminine energy. Now, feminine energy is inherently dark and receptive, while masculine energy is inherently light and active. We all have both of these energies within us, and Knight of Wands indicates that right now you're leaning a little bit more towards fiery energy, but also creativity. You're a little bit more you are learning how to find that spark, find exactly what it was that lit you up in the first place. Now that you are so ascended, it's almost this fire has turned into just light, and through light there is darkness and there's a void, and from the void there is fiery plasma that compresses, and this pressure of the fiery plasma creates in the first place again. So you are almost at this place where you're coming back full circle, and you are finding why you are doing what you're doing in the first place. Now, 3 of Wands, I'm not doing reversals for your reading right now, so 3 of Wands is wanting to pop out here. You've been waiting for a long time for your big break, to know enough, to make the perfect move, to get out of your head, whatever this is. You've been moving slow and steady and very, very practically. And you're actually being called right now to use your intuition a little bit more and use your emotions a little bit more. 8 of Swords. There you are, keeping yourself in your head. You are not as restricted as you think you are. A little bit more impulsivity could actually be very, very helpful for you at this time. 9 of Cups, you are working on your emotional fulfillment. Notice how she's leaping out of the treasure chest and into these cups, these 9 cups. So as you release the focus on material matters, the focus on financial stability, you will actually bring the cycle to a close. Notice it goes 8, 9, and then 1, and 1, 1, 0 if we're doing significant figures here. So we have 8, 9, and 1. Chemistry, there you go. Okay, so you could be very, very tangible, very logical, grounded energy here. But you're keeping yourself in your head about a particular situation due to material matters. Follow your heart, continue doing this, and allow yourself to tap into that golden healing light. It's very interesting. We actually got this crystal grid here. Crystal grid could be very significant right now because you need to be very precise. You've been very precise about your energy work. It could be that you are keeping every crystal in the exact perfect spot in your house. You are walking in the correct direction. You are turning over your right shoulder when you wish to activate and turning over your left shoulder when you wish to release. Very, very precise, specific energy here. And this 9 of Cups, this golden healing light, this is like this transmutation. This is this golden light healing, sparkly bath of just healing energy. And I'm hearing Dodu Kadashi, which is a modality of Reiki healing. I do have a Reiki golden light healing session up on my YouTube channel, so please go ahead and check that out if you would like. Also, this magician energy, you have learned so much, and it's time to apply it. And I think you have been applying it, but you've been so nervous about doing it right that it's really not your action. Your action is there. Your knowledge is there. The emotion is there. The ability, the spiritual ability, it's all there. However, the only thing that's really holding you back at this time is your mind. And here we have, again, 8 and 2. And we have 8 to 8, but really it's 8 to 1. So what's going on here is you are kind of sandwiching yourself between this cycle of, well, maybe I need to learn more. Well, do I need to stress out about it, or do I need to learn? Or do I need to stress, or do I need to learn and study? But it's really not about you studying. It's really not about you sitting down and doing the thing. It's more so about you knowing that you're doing something because you want to be doing it. Is this what you want to be doing? Why is it that you want to be doing this? Do what you want. This is an energy of if you want to be happy, you can be happy. You just need to make the decision to do something that makes you happy. I'm hearing C'est simple, juste heureux, si tu voulais, tu le serais. I'm sorry, I was up late last night. But yeah, this is what is this song? Tu oublié by Angèle. Gorgeous song. I recommend that you check it out. It might have some signs for you in there. So we have the magician energy again coming out. Now this is keeping all of the 4 elements together, 5 elements if you include space, or more than that if you're into Chinese medicine or other healing modalities. But with the magician and the emperor here, 14, you have been guided in a particular direction. Your intuition has been guiding you down a road. Perhaps you didn't know exactly where it was taking you the entire time, but you knew you were going down a road and you knew it was going to be successful. But because you didn't necessarily see where it was, maybe you saw where you were going to end up, but maybe not in the ways that you wanted to. So, as you've been manifesting this very thing, you are already in this energy, but you are putting yourself in the position of a student when in reality it's time for you to step up as a teacher. And now the student is the teacher and the teacher is the student. Yes, this is true, but you're almost too humble about this energy, when in reality you are this emperor. And I'm really noticing here these 2 tattoos on these cards. The magician, he has a Sri yantra. Oh no, I'm sorry, this is a Metatron's cube. Look at that, on his right arm. And the emperor has an Ankh on his left arm, which is saying that you are releasing a lot of energy, and you do this for others as well. Any energy that comes through you, you are releasing, you are purifying, you're cleansing. And also, the energy that you're giving, you are so supported by the archangels, you are so supported by the physical realms. You have mastered alchemy, you have mastered whatever this is that you're doing. Absolutely, there's no doubt about it in my mind. And he's even holding the king. It's like checkmate. Yeah, the universe has checkmated you into this position because you know what you're doing too much to be telling yourself that you don't. Okay? There's that Knight of Wands. Well, this was in the bottom of the deck energy. They did ask me to pull it. I'm going to put it to the side because... Oh, okay. Knight of Wands wants to hang out with the Emperor here. Okay. Okay. You know what to do, but there's... You need to add a little more impulsivity, a little bit more fun. You need to find your why, but with all this orange, you need to refine the pleasure behind what it is that you're doing. You need to be a little more creative, but it's not so much the creativity as it is the pleasure, as it is the allowing yourself to enjoy what it is that you're doing. You're not just showing up to do something because it's your obligation. It's not your obligation for your finances. It's not your obligation for the material realm. It's not your obligation for your star family, for your physical family, for anything other than to fulfill you. C'est simple, sois juste heureux. Really, it's easy. Just be happy. Okay. And you have justice. Again, no reversals here. So we have justice with number 11. Okay. So the first thing that's coming to my mind here, hey, I'll show you that in a second. Okay. So justice at the bottom of the deck here is number 11. The first thing that's coming out is, first of all is fair in love and war. You might want to read The Art of War by, what is it? Sun Tzu, I believe. Anyway, read The Art of War if you feel inclined to. But it's not just this, but 11 is what's standing out to me. Yes, you are learning. Of course you are learning. You're ascending. That's Aquarian Uranus energy right here. But 11 is primarily humanitarian. Now, your friends and family, the friends that you're surrounding yourself with can be changing. As you are changing from this little human that is so 3D and tangible and physical to this divine goddess with her eyes open who is seen in the reflection of the scales of justice. Much more dramatic. And look, she's pulling out a sword here. And I'm hearing I'll Make a Man Out of You by Mulan. So Mulan could also have some significance for you. Ooh, ice. So I know I'm really just anyway, with the sword and the ice here, this is saying that your intuition is precise. Your karma, your good karma is precise. Exactly what's going on is precise. Every single thing that you say and do is precise. You know this. You know this about yourself. You have already put the work in to make sure that things do not go any other way. So at this point, you actually have an opportunity to sit back, relax, and smell the roses. And I think that the more that you do, the more that you actually release a little bit and allow yourself to be happy. Oh, release with this sacral energy. That's all I'm going to say. The more that you actually allow yourself to release and create and enjoy the pleasure that goes along with what it is that you're doing, because you started it because you like it in the first place, whatever this is. It's not just for the collective. It's not just to help others. It's not just your friend group. But as you find more, as you start enjoying your life more and you become happier, you're going to notice that the people in your life actually change a little bit. And I'm seeing 111. This is something that was always meant to happen, because you are helping others activate and awaken. And when you're in this position, particularly as a light body transmitting healer or activated person in general, it's very typical that you will go through life, you will slow and steadily come up to a person and they will be just magnetized towards you, and you'll turn a light on as far as they feel comfortable going, and then oftentimes you'll either stay there and they'll weigh you down, or you need to move on. And honestly, this would be an energy of their karma, or they feel like a moth to a flame. They see that there's a lesson, they see that there's growth, they see that there is something more, and so of course people will want to come. I'm also seeing the word limo, so they could, okay, so there's an energy of everybody knows that you're sitting on a money bag, almost except for you. And I think that you can even see where this is headed. But the fact that you were guided here and you had to put the hard work, you had to put the hours, the sleepless nights, the slow and steady, tangible progress. This is what other people don't see. They just see the emperor, they see the magician, and they see the justice. And they go, wow, well, this person, they seem to have it all figured out, don't they? Well, I wonder how they're just sitting back and relaxing and they just have good luck. Well, no. You've worked so hard for this. They didn't see the sleepless nights. Also, I wanted to point out, okay, automatic writing is coming out a lot, as well as these channeled messages. You have been receiving probably a lot of messages, a lot of downloads. I would like to point out the hours between 3 and 4 in the morning. This is the time physically, typically, I mean, check where you are in the hemisphere, and also, the astrological transits and whatnot, the seasons, but between 3 and 4 in the morning, typically, this is the time where the veil is the thinnest, so you will be able to download messages the easiest. So if you've been waking up in the middle of the night around this time, you will notice that this will be the time when you are getting messages. For example, lately, I've been waking up 4 out of 7 days this week. I have woken up at 3:03 in the morning precisely, with just insane and numerous amount of messages, and I have been filling up an entire journal, giving a crazy amount of readings, and I have, every time I wake up at 3:03 and I do my writing, my automatic writing, it's like, it's not even me, like spirit takes the wheel. And then at 3:33 I put the pen down, and then I look up and it's 3:33 every single time, 4 out of 7 days, and it was 7:47 on the recording time. Oh my gosh, I am dead. So definitely, if you're not automatic writing, I would recommend you do that. If you are looking for more information, or if you're looking for a little more direction, or you are having a little more sleepless nights, know that if you need the energy, it's available to you. Practice your breath work. You're clearly the magician here. You know what's going on, which means that you have access to immense prana, immense chi. The same way that breatharians do not require food, the same way that yogis do not require sleep. It's not that you don't need to nurture your body. That's where this is coming in. You do need to nurture your body. You need to ground yourself, but you're so grounded. It's just that your body is not physically receiving. Your body is not physically receiving what it needs, but it's almost at the point where it doesn't matter anymore, to the point where you're able to ignore it due to your spiritualism, and you are taking this grounded energy that is still present within your being, but you're redirecting it, and you're redirecting it in a way that, yes, is going to be extremely profitable, particularly because you've been using this energy this way, and you've likely been guided to. But the fact that you're using your air energy to be all up in your head and overthink, instead of it's not coming out in like a speech kind of way. It's really coming a little bit here with the Justice card, but it's primarily coming out here in overthinking. So if you're finding yourself up at night, stop eating after the sun goes down. It will help you, yoga nidra. It will help you calm down before bed, help you sleep, so that if you do find yourself waking up at 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, or getting all these messages, consuming all of this air energy, it gives you something to release, and it gives you an energy where you are allowing yourself to rest. If you are, for example, working on crystal grids, you know exactly where to put things. You know exactly where the energy goes to be the most beneficial, the least beneficial. You know what order things go in, especially with this magician. There's something alchemizing here about this card. You know exactly what you're doing. So apply it to yourself. It doesn't always need to be for other people. You have some kind of guidebook, rule book, or some kind of you know how to pull some strings, particularly in the spiritual and physical realms. So use them for yourself. Use them in your own advantage. And you're overthinking about this because of what other people might see. But we have 8, 9, 1, 11. Well, 8, 9, 10, 11, if you will. So here, we have 8, 8, 8 with the infinity sign on the magician here. So you are closing out a chapter. This, yes, had to do with overthinking, coming to terms with some shadow parts of yourself. You've likely been through some kind of shadow work or dark night of the soul recently. You've closed a cycle, and you're finding your freedom by following your heart. You could be feeling like you want to travel a little bit. 9, Jupiter and Sagittarius energy, 9th house. This also has to do with higher learning. Now 10. This because this is a 1 and not a 10, and you were coming out of this energy of restriction here. The answer to the restriction is really just following your heart and allowing yourself to stop worrying about the pentacles, stop worrying about the money, the physical matters as much, because you know how to manifest it. You already know how to manifest it in an alchemical way. So this 10 energy is now turning into a 1. It's like, instead of the restrictive part of Capricorn, you're now looking at yourself, and you are knowing that yourself can do and be anything. You can timeline hop, you can change your vibration, you can align with whatever energy you like. So align with the energy of abundance, and then call it a day. Do what makes you happy, do what feels good, and yeah, continue learning, but learn because it's something that you like to learn, because you feel like you want to learn that, because you have the time and space and rest and ability to sit down and read that book, or light that candle, or do some automatic channeling, or check the moon phases. Also, I was going to say check the moon phases, waxing and waning, and explain all that stuff, but I honestly don't really feel like you need this, especially with this energy of this group here. So, and then from the 10, it goes to 11, of course, progressing order. This is Aquarian, Uranian energy. This also does have to do with higher learning, but it's more on a soul spiritual level. This has to do with, connecting to your spirit, connecting with source, and this can also have to do with extraterrestrial matters. So there could be an energy of, you really elevating your consciousness, and the consciousness of the collective, or just your consciousness in general, and those around you are flocking towards you like moths to a flame. But the more that you are afraid of what you have to say, and the more that you're afraid of the physical tangibility behind what it is that you're doing, the further away from your goal you're getting. So there's almost an energy needed of you needing to let go and let God a little bit more, because you know that you got it. You got it. I get it. Sorry, like I said, I didn't get much sleep this week. But with the 4, the Emperor, this does indicate a happy home. This indicates comfortability, and 4 is actually the number of Cancer, and Cancer is ruled by the moon. So there have been some hidden aspects, but see how he's sitting like on this big ball, and he's like, there are so many things that you already know that you literally, it's like you have consumed so much, it needs to come out. That's the thing. And you keep telling yourself you need to keep consuming because it's not good enough. You could find yourself that you're eating more, you're drinking more water, you're consuming more things. Maybe you're watching more tarot readings. I don't know. Whatever this is, you feel like you need to keep consuming because you're afraid of the output, but continue putting out. Not like that. I mean, unless do you? But this indicates a happy home life. This indicates comfortability, cozy energy, and maternal energy. Now, it's interesting that this is the Aries card, the card of self and the mother, and this is a masculine card. So, you could be reparenting yourself. You could be putting yourself first. 1 is Aries, 4 is Cancer, 14 is spiritual guidance through the angelic realms. And we did see this Metatron's cube earlier. So Archangel Metatron is absolutely with you, as well as the other archangels that are represented in the Metatron's cube, particularly Michael and Gabriel at this time. So with the Knight of Wands, you're being asked to actually, like, I'm hearing crawl into your darker side of your feminine energy a little bit and allow yourself to receive. But also learn the difference between taking and receiving. Not that you don't know it, but that you know the difference between taking and receiving, which is why you feel bad receiving, it seems like. And so you feel like you continually need to learn more so that what you put out seems precisely researched. Well, it already is. And just because you have all of these kind of scorpionic. Oh yeah, a lot of scorpionic energy here. There's a lot of energy with the moon, a lot of things that are hidden, maybe to the mass, to the 11 collective consciousness that you have access to right now. And go ahead and put them out there. Create and do it because you like it. Do it because it feels good. And again, with this Ankh, you could be stepping into what some call Christ consciousness, or higher, or different, or you could resonate with something else, or not at all, whatever. But this Ankh could be very significant. The Ankh is something that is used to like ding on the pineal gland, on the third eye, and this helps to open up the pineal gland to awaken the third eye, and this can help you activate your dreams, activate your higher self, and also cleanse and clear energy. I'm also seeing like a shaker. I don't know what they're actually called, but those little what are they called? It's like a stick, and then they put like crystals or little beads in like a in a rattle. It's a rattle. So, and they have like little crystals in them, and you like roll it in your hand, and then it breaks up the energy. So doing something like that, or getting a bell or an Ankh, or something like this, like just to disperse and shake up the energy a little bit. It can really help you to get out of the stagnant energy, because it's really an illusion, because you know that you know what you're doing. Really what you need is to break free. Now I'm hearing High School Musical in my head. Amazing. Thanks, guys. So I'm going to take a look at your clarity, and I'm going to use my Follow Your Heart Oracle deck, which you can find on my Etsy shop, linked below. Okay. Reading auras. Word. Cleanse your energy. Said that. Akashic records. So, you can see things that other people cannot see. And you are fully aware of this, but you maybe are a little bit self-conscious about not exploring this, but wearing this on your sleeve. Notice that this card is yellow, solar plexus, and it's coming over this 8 of Swords and Page of Pentacles. You are at a 12 out of 10 over here when it comes to, well, let's just say everything, because I love you, Group 3, you're a boss. Anyway, you're at a 12 out of 10, say, when it comes to your spiritual gifts, and you're portraying yourself as a 1 out of 10. So that maybe when someone's like, oh yeah, 1 out of 10, someone else validates that, then you can be a 2. And then when someone else validates that, you can be a 3, and then a 4, and then a 5. Well, look, you're a 12 out of 10. You already know what's up. You are confident in this on the inside, but there's something about cleansing your energy here, transmuting this. Oh, literally. Cleansing your energy and transmuting this darkness into light. But it's not necessarily about the dark and light dichotomy here. This is about Akashic records. This is about knowing that you know what you know, and knowing that you can access things. And honestly, there's a big need for this in the collective right now. And particularly there's a need for people knowing that this is possible in the collective right now, because we're at the point now where a large amount of the population has heard about this, but nobody knows where to find it. Nobody has, oh, you're trustworthy. You're very studied. You're very learned, and you're very practical. You're very grounded and rational and scientific. Chemistry was coming up. Alchemy, very literally. You particularly, you are a very, very trusted figure. So that's why this is on your path. It's very, very important that you open up your heart to yourself and to others and communicate this, because this is part of your soul path. And this is something that was always meant for you, to speak this truth, to show your divine self. That's why you have so much access to so much, so early, so deeply, because you have all of this ability. But you need to cleanse your energy of things that do not serve you, of the need to consume, the need to learn more, because where you're at right now, you are like jam-packed full. You could be a little bit bloated. You could be filled with air. You could be like bloated and filled with air. You could be not breathing out as much as you usually do. You could be eating a little bit more, just consuming, allowing yourself to get bigger and just expand, because there's so much that needs to come out. And you need to be more gentle with yourself. Be more gentle with yourself. Be confident in yourself, regardless of what you think. Let's leave others out of this. Leave others out of this. Be yourself. Pretend that nobody else is here. If it was just you, and maybe your spirit guides, a couple ET friends, whatever, just you and you alone in a room, and you were doing exactly what you want to do, how would you do it? What would you say? What would these words be? Because when you look into your Akashic records, and you see the Akashic record, when you literally see the Akashic records of every single thing as you pass it, or you think about it, or the energy even comes into contact with you for a glimpse, a particular shimmer of time. Oh, a wrinkle in time. That movie could be significant as well. you're able to see these things. You're able to read these things. It's like you have an immense amount of knowledge here. And it's not just coming from your guides. This isn't, I'm claircognizant because my guides tell me stuff. No, this is, you are claircognizant. And you have your guides. Like, they're your homies. They're your friends. They're with you. You see that, and you know where you know them from. And you're able to see and walk this path because it's all happening simultaneously. So there's nothing that you don't have access to. So cleanse your energy because there's nothing you don't have access to. So there's nothing that doesn't have access to you as long as you allow that to be the case. So you continue to consume and consume and consume, but you need to let this energy out. And you're coming out of this fear. You're transmuting this energy and you're speaking your truth and you're speaking pure ass light. You're speaking light, baby. Transmission, activation, that is your path. Holy moly. I'm glad that we were here on this reading together, group 3. Holy moly. I love your energy, by the way. I can tell that you definitely put in the work. You are somebody who is a lion in sheep's clothing. Holy moly. This Knight of Wands. Yeah, and all you have to do, holy baby, all you have to do is remember why you're doing what you're doing in the first place. And it's not for other people. It's because it feels good. Because you like it. It's because it's what you like to do. Because it's in your being. In your DNA. It's cellularly coded in your DNA. Wow. And I just got a bang outside of confirmation. Oh, okay. Can I get some advice, please, to finish off Group 3's reading from the Starseed Oracle deck? Of course. If you resonate, you resonate. If you don't, that's cool. But, okay. Reading auras, just wanted to fly out. So, I have a blog post on reading auras. If you are seeing auras and orbs and stuff, and you're kind of like, huh, what am I looking at? How can I rationalize this? I have a blog post on this. Totally free. Link is in the description. Called, yeah, you are, Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Yeah, it is. Star Brothers, you are not alone. You are protected. Loyalty, safety, trust. Horus energy. Okay. If you have, oh, no, okay. Never mind. Ancient Egypt could be significant. If you're looking at Akashic Records and Ancient Egypt is doing anything for you, you know what to do. Also, Alexandrite is literally, that's my baby. That's my go-to. It's my favorite stone in the entire world. And it's a little bit of a rare find. So I would, it does resonate with Ancient Egypt, Library of Alexandria, pre-destruction, of course. Go ahead and check that out. Look into the crystal Alexandrite. What did we mention earlier? Dumortierite and black tourmaline. Oh, protection, loyalty, safety, trust. You are a trustworthy energy. You are loyal. You are safe. You are trusted. And this is why this has been entrusted in you. This is why it's coded in you. It's almost like you were made for this very purpose. So, this is reminding me of the oracles in the Neverending Story, which that movie is a bop, by the way. I would highly recommend it. If not for the signs and synchronicities, just because it's good. Oh, and it's like at the end of... okay. This is why. Okay. So at the end of the Neverending Story, right? This kid is like reading a book, and I don't want to tell you like the whole thing because I'm not into spoilers, but it's like, you just have to say her name. It can be any name. You just have to say a name. Oh, da-da-da-da-da. And this boy's like, how am I supposed to know what the exact perfect one is? And she's like, you already know. You've always known. You know. You know that you know that you know. It just doesn't seem like you want it to make sense. But I know that you know that you know. And then he's like, would it possibly be the thing that I think? And she's like, yes. And then everything... We live happily ever after. Okay, that is not the right card. I've been told. This is the right card. Oh, Seas of Mintaka. Okay. Group 3. Akashic Records and Seas of Mintaka. What do we say about you having access to things that other people were not able to see? Because you're able to... Where's the card? Whatever. Third eye. You're able to see them. You're able to see them. Not only are you able to know them and smell them and hear them, you can see them. You can walk them right now. Right now, with your eyes wide open, you can go... see whatever it is you want to see, wherever you want to see it, if you're picking up what I'm putting down. Seeing potential, bringing unconsciousness to light. Now, not only is this what you're doing when you're walking down the street singing, ooh, a day, dee, dum, dee, do, but this is also who you are. This is your entire... You need to see your own potential, because let me tell you, everybody else does. Everybody else does, and I think this is what scares you, because you're almost like, there is the weight of the world on your shoulders. That was the card that wanted to come out, but it was incorrect, because that wasn't the message. This is the message. Don't be afraid of diving deep. And don't be afraid of... Okay, straight up. Don't be afraid of things going the way that they did last time that this happened. However that resonates for you. The last time that you were in this energy, things did not go very well, do not be afraid of that happening again. That happened already, so that you already experienced the bad side of that. Now you will experience the good side of that, exactly what didn't happen last time. So go ahead and expect things to go better than you ever expected. And the soul gifts and training, soul gifts and training that you have, that you unfortunately needed to go through difficult energy relating to, step up, because it's time to use them. You are protected in this life. You're protected now. You are safe, and I'm hearing you are trusted by the dark and you are trusted by the light. And that is a very, very rare commodity to come by. So seeing potential, you are the potential. You just have to see it within yourself. There is so much that you have to unlock, and I have a feeling that you already know all of this. You see all of this, you walk it, you eat it, you sleep it, you breathe it. This is your life. You already know what's going on. You know exactly what I'm talking about, to be honest here. So with the season Mintaka, don't be afraid to go there. Okay, don't be afraid to go deep. Don't be afraid to dive deep. Water and space coming together. Ooh, what beautiful cosmic energy. I love this. Now, water is life, right? The first life on Earth was in water. The Hathors are kind of coming up, even though that might be a little less relevant. Mintaka, come on. All right, I'm going to leave you reading there, group 3. You know what you're doing. You straight up know what you're doing, and you know who you are, and you know what you do to people and to energies. So don't be afraid to use it. Period. This literally shed light, love, and clarity on your situation, and you're going to have an amazing rest of your day, week, month, year, and incarnation wherever you're at all the time. Love you. Namaste.